up, peace and blessings, people? This is your girl Venus with Low End Theories podcast.
What's going on, y'all? This is Sam. How you been, Venus? How was your week?
It's been really, really well. I have been planning my housewarming party, which is going to be part virtual and part in person. So that's going to be fun. I'm going to do like a little live stream for the people that's out of town and in other cities and states. So I can't wait for that.
Yeah, I got that.
Um,
I got that invite. I got the invite.
yes.
So yeah, I confirmed. You know what I'm saying? I confirmed.
Yeah, so I'm definitely looking forward to that and looking forward to Christmas being over. I haven't done any like in-person shopping. Everything has been online, and I know my Amazon and UPS driver, they just sick of me. Like,
Like,
yeah, one day the bitch put some shit up against my door and I couldn't even open the front door. Like, this is a fire hazard. Like, somebody needs to get fired behind this.
oh my God, I see that. You don't have a registry. You just ask for gift cards.
Yeah,
So
like
you
that's
you
the
gonna you gonna stand on that shit. Like, cause
I stand on that shit 100%. Yep.
wow, okay.
I mean, like there are like some small things that I can mention that I probably need, but I'm not about to go hunting for that shit on the registry. And no, like I could use some solar powered lights, the little lights that you put on the walkway. I could use that, but for the little small stuff that I need, they would need to come from different places. So I'm not going to take my time and put it on the registry. Just going to hook up that Home Depot card. I'll go pick it up when I get a minute. Yeah.
That's what's up, man. Shit, I pretty much spent the week waiting on packages, man. Like I've been trying to. I got all of my. I got one person to shop for. You know what I'm saying? But outside of that, like I'm done. So it's just waiting on shit to come in, and it's I'm not the only one. Like the brands and the sites that I ordered from, they have been having trouble with everybody. So
hmm
I guess when they all decided that they was gonna have like either a Black Friday sale or a sale or like a 12 days of Christmas sale or whatever, where you catch it on a certain day, you get so many percentage points off on these type of items and shit like that. So bunch of people ordered a bunch of shit and they took everybody money for sure. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
they ain't got the product. You know what I'm saying? So like I've been reading, you know what I'm saying, like on Reddit. I've been reading on Reddit and I read on Instagram and Facebook too. People was just, starting to get notifications that their shit was back ordered or that
Yeah.
the shipping was delayed and shit like that.
Yeah,
Like,
I'm
damn.
getting that a lot as well. Like I noticed that on some of the orders that I'm sending out for my customers for my business, like some of those orders are getting hung up at like certain spots. Like I had this one customer, they ordered something like 2 weeks ago. It was shipped out, but it's been stuck. It's stuck like maybe a couple cities from her, but it hasn't been any movement for like 5 days. So it's like they're contacting me. I shipped it out, it's just stuck. So I've been
Yeah,
getting a lot of that happening.
I had filled a couple of orders myself, and I sent them out Monday because Tuesday was supposed to be the cutoff for them to arrive by Christmas. So I didn't use FedEx or UPS. I just used, you know what I'm saying, the
hmm
postal service or whatever, and that was their cutoff date. But their latest cutoff date is Friday, so I think, or Saturday. I think that's the 19th. That's their latest cutoff date. But
Okay.
I think with the I think with the other carriers, they pretty much like taking the slack from everything else. Because I don't think a lot of companies use the postal service to ship packages. Like I think
hmm
they either go through UPS or FedEx, DHL if you're coming from international stuff. So
hmm hmm
it just I don't know, man. I hope they get their shit together. You know what I'm saying? Because it'll be quite disappointing if people don't get their shit in time to have time to wrap and put that shit up under the tree. If that's what it is that
Yeah.
they do.
I still have to wrap gifts. I know we had a whole conversation about to rap or not to rap.
Yeah, you put shit in bags and staple it. So
Yeah, yeah. So I'm gonna rap for the kids because that's their thing. But everybody else, like,
you
just
any
out
good at
here.
it?
Yeah, I'm pretty good at making shit looking all cute and pretty, and making the bowls all fluffy and shit. But I
Yeah, I
don't
suck
like
at that
doing
shit.
it.
I suck at that
Mm-mm.
shit. Like I like the only thing that'll be even will be that first them first two folds. So like the you know how you get the package and then you take the wrapping paper and you fold it over and then you tape it so it stay in
Yeah.
place. And then you take the other side and then you fold that over and then you tape that so it stay in place. Them be the only two that make sense. I just wrap something for my I just wrap I just wrapped a gift for my daughter and the ends they don't look alike.
Okay. Well, you put the bow on one end, so
I
then she can't tell.
that's too much. Like I'm not putting no bows on nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like I just like I tucked it in and then pushed it up or whatever. But them ends and then it was too much on the other one, so I had to cut that off so it was even.
Oh
But
wow.
I had forgot that I had folded the other one in. So instead of cutting the other end, I had folded it in. But on the second one, I was watching a movie at the same time and I forgot. So I just cut the top off
Fam,
and shit.
it's gonna go in the trash anyway. So.
Exactly, because I know she not gonna be delicately opening this shit. You know what I'm saying? She gonna rip that shit off.
Like rip, rip, rip.
So I'm
Yeah.
yeah. So it's whatever. You know what I'm saying? It be old motherfuckers that be looking at the box and be trying to be delicate with the packaging and
I know
acting like
my
they gonna
sister
save that
does
shit.
that. Like she unwraps stuff so neatly. Like there's not a rip or a tear. I'm like, what are you gonna do with the paper? It's not like you're gonna save it. Well, it just looks so pretty. Just rip that shit. Rip
Yeah, like
it.
that is probably the leading cause of fucking pollution. You know what I'm saying? Fucking wrapping paper. Because as soon as you put that shit on, like it's just it's good for however long that shit is either in transit to where it's gonna go or underneath that tree. So as soon as you put that shit in there, it's a wrap. Because as soon as they get it, they're gonna tear that shit up. And you gotta have that big black garbage bag in the middle of the floor and shit, so motherfuckers put all of their trash in there and shit. And that I'm
Yeah.
telling you, man, it goes straight to the recycling bin as soon as that shit is over with. Like
I see you got a new picture behind you. What is that? That's a baseball stadium?
that picture been hanging there for five months, Venus.
I
I
don't remember
I kind of need you to stop smoking. You know what I'm saying? Stop smoking and drinking.
that.
Drink more water. You know
Oh
what I'm
gosh,
saying?
I don't
Get you a
remember
couple
that
of
pic.
carrots in
As I
there.
sip another drink.
Get you a
Yeah.
couple of carrots in there. You know what I'm saying? Switch from
Hmm.
you know what I'm saying? Switch from cognac to just sparkling water or something. You know what I'm saying? That is a photo of Wrigley
I
Field.
don't remember that. Oh my gosh. Okay, well thank you. You're gonna make me go back to the previous show just to fact check.
Oh man, man, feel free. You know what I'm saying? Feel free. It's been a minute, G. Like I'm just saying.
I just remember the bookshelf. I don't remember the picture. Okay. Well, moving right along.
Oh shit.
Okay, so you see that they canceled the Keisha Cole and Ashanti versus battle because Ashanti got COVID.
Yeah, that
That
was
was
sad.
crazy. Yeah, I know a lot of people was looking forward to it. I was seeing people post like, "Hey, let's get K Michelle in here," and I think that she would have been a good competitor with Keisha Cole. I feel like they like right here with each other.
I would know, man. They wasn't speaking to my demographic, man. So they didn't really make songs for me. So I mean I'd have tuned in just to I mean just to show support or whatever. I don't know if they get paid in advance or if the numbers that tune in kind of drive future episodes. You know what I'm saying? Showing that different things work. So I tune in for a
Hmm.
second and then pop out if I don't like it or whatever. Because I did the same thing with that Patti LaBelle and Gladys Knight one. Like that was way past, you know what I'm saying, my time. You know what I'm saying? I knew three songs that each of them did, and That was pretty much it. I didn't
Yeah.
have an hour for them. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't sit there for an hour. Like I struggled with that Jeezy and Gucci concert. I mean that Jeezy and Gucci battle because I don't know that much material from Gucci. And from what the comments were, a lot of people didn't know a lot of material from Gucci. Like it kind of just seemed like
Uh-huh.
that was some shit for Atlanta, but it was still like I knew a lot of um Jeezy shit. So it
Yeah.
was all good. Was you looking forward to that?
To Keisha Cole and Ashanti?
Yeah.
Nah. Nah, son. Yeah, no. I mean, like I said, I wasn't a huge fan of either one. So I mean, I wasn't jumping up and down looking for it. It just so happened that day it was supposed to air, I was online and I saw that it had gotten canceled. And I think they're rescheduling it for like January 9th or something like that. So they're
Yeah.
giving time for her to get better. Cause I know she had Ashanti had posted that she wasn't really feeling bad or she didn't have any harsh symptoms or anything. So she wanted to continue and just do it maybe virtually or whatever, but it didn't happen. So whatever. So moving right along, I'm waiting to hear, when the next one is gonna be announced. Hopefully they can.
They are
What? Why are you laughing?
because you were just skipping to my little ass moving along. I think they had already announced Lil Kim and no, that was a rumor. But they got
Oh
E40,
yeah, Lil Kim and Foxy. That was a rumor.
yeah,
I
that
didn't
was a
see that
rumor.
on the Versus site.
But they got E40 and Too Short about to battle. And
Mm.
I didn't know this, but E40, Too Short, Ice T, and Snoop Dogg formed a group. Did you hear anything about this? I didn't do enough research into it to really talk about it in the episode, but from what I was able to gather from a couple of interviews, all four of them formed a group, and they supposed to either be putting out an album or putting out some songs and shit. And I was like, damn, like them a lot of West Coast, them some titans. I mean, for the
Mm-hmm.
for our West and shit. I mean, in rap, period. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you don't know what's my favorite word, like, fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, I'm just saying, like that. Too Short. Like, Too Short was the first. Like, Too Short was like the second, probably like the second rapper whose songs I knew by heart. Like, just
Really?
yeah, just like solo. Like solo rappers, not in a group or no shit like that, but just solo rappers. Hell yeah, because Freaky Tales used to get a lot of play. Motherfucker. Yeah, just Freaky Tales because it was like 10 minutes long. Like that song was long as shit.
Yeah, it was. Like I'm gonna be all the way honest. Like I wasn't a Too Short fan.
Oh, fuck you. Fuck
Listen, I
you.
just wasn't. But it's like I don't know. Like in my
Oh, you
world,
kiss
I don't.
my ass quick. You kiss my ass quick. How the
Yeah,
fuck you wasn't no Too Short fan?
I wasn't a Too Short fan. Like I just wasn't really feeling Too Short. But I don't know. It's so weird. But I like Luke and Two Live Crew. Like I think I was a real Miami girl back then. I just didn't know it. I was meant to live here.
Ronald Reagan came up to me and said, "Do you have the answer to the U.S. economy and a cure for cancer?" I said, "What are you doing in the White House if you not selling cocaine? Ask your
Oh my
wife,
gosh.
Nancy Reagan. I know she'll spit that game." How the fuck you don't fuck, man, boy? Man, you got fuck short, man. I fuck short,
Yeah, no. Yeah, I'm gonna let you have that one. I'm gonna
man.
let you
Whatever,
have that
dude.
one.
Man, whatever, dude.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, okay, well, I will watch that with you. Maybe I'll change my opinion later after I watch it or something.
You gonna have to because 75% of the shit that you like now is because it's too short. I'm serious. Like once you listen to him, you'll get what it is that I'm saying. Like everybody either bites him or
Yeah, because it
raps
is
like
that
him.
one Yo Gotti song that I like that was giving me a lot of Too Short vibes. That a hoe, you know I'm a hoe. Like that's straight up Too Short vibes right
Yeah,
there.
yeah. Like what's her name? I think her name's Sweetie. She got a whole song. Like she just took his whole beat and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like just took the whole beat and just started rapping on it. I don't know if it was Blow the Whistle. I think it was Blow the Whistle. It was either Blow the Whistle or
A lot of people done bit off of that one.
yeah, like it was Blow the Whistle or some shit. It was something, but yeah, he's still getting bit. Like so, yeah, he's real influential. How dare you? How dare you? That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. You don't fuck with Too Short. I thought you was gonna say some shit like, oh well, you know, he be calling women bitches too much. I don't be fucking with that. Like, you can't just be calling motherfuckers hoes all the time. You know, I thought she was gonna say something like that. You like, nah, I just didn't get into it. What?
I
What?
didn't. Sorry, not sorry.
Child, please.
But
Child, please.
I'll watch it with you. I will watch it with you, and maybe we can do a live stream over that. Yeah.
What, over for the verses? I gotta find out what it is. I think it's tomorrow.
Really? I thought we
Yeah,
still
I
had
think
a
it's
bit more
tomorrow.
time for that one. Huh.
Cause
Okay.
they was trying to get them. They've been lining them motherfuckers up back to back. Because I think eventually somebody gonna want to do like a New Year's Eve battle or shit. The game got
Okay.
on TV. It's Saturday, December 19th. So that's this coming Saturday. So the game did an interview, said the only person he battled was 50. That would be very fucking entertaining.
Oh hell yeah! Cause 50 just super fucking petty. Like that's Mr. Petty himself. So I can
Honestly,
see.
and then a part of me just kind of think that 50 just ain't gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? Like
You
it's
think so?
yeah, I don't really think he'll do it.
Why? Cause he may think that's beneath him or something.
I'm not sure. I mean, with the guys that have gone on, it hasn't been anybody that's really super active outside of Rick Ross and 2 Chainz.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Everybody else, like they either in between albums or hadn't put out an album in a few years, and like they did like that Ludacris and Nelly shit. Like I can't even tell you when the last time Ludacris put out an album or Nelly.
Oh gosh, it was
And
so
then
long ago.
the Brandy and Monica shit, that was like some nostalgia shit. And then Monica dropped a song that night. But should they have RZA and Premier? They just, people pretty much know them as beat makers. You know what I'm saying? RZA ain't put out an album in years. Um,
Yeah.
Gucci,
I'm meaning to check out one of his guided meditations. I follow him on Instagram, and he had a meditation that he had put up,
cool,
manifesting abundance or some shit like that. I need to check that out.
cool.
RZA.
Oh, okay. No, I thought you was gonna say some crazy shit like Rick Ross or something. But I'm like, what?
No.
That big nigga meditating? What the fuck? Shit, I'm like, damn.
Maybe he does. You never know.
Yeah, I mean, I don't put none. I ain't saying that he can't meditate. I'm just saying it would be shocking if he was sharing it with the world. That's all. That's all I'm saying.
Oh gosh. Okay. Yeah, but I think that Foxy and Lil Kim, like that would definitely be a hit. Like I would love to see that one happen.
Yeah, and I don't even know if like they even on speaking terms. Like I haven't seen them like in a photo op or no shit like that.
Oh, they
And
still beefing
man, I
from
don't
from
know.
the '90s or some shit?
I can't say if they still beefing, but I just haven't seen. You know what I'm saying? I haven't seen them together for nothing. And I think it'd be real interesting seeing this how Foxy voice and changed back. You know, Foxy when she first came out, her voice was deep, and then by the time right around Volume 2, Hard Knock Life, she started sounding like Kim. And then like now, I guess like with her hearing, you know what I'm saying,
Hearing loss.
her hearing loss or whatever, her voice then reverted back to what it was like on who I shot you. You know what I'm saying? It sounded like that because she did a song on Nas shit when they did that Firm reunion.
Oh
And
yeah, yeah, yeah.
and her voice was back deep. You know what I'm saying? I was like, oh shit, Foxy sound like Foxy again. So I think it'll be interesting. And Kim, you know, she didn't had a baby, and you know, she, as far as I could tell on like Instagram, whatever, she in love and shit. She ain't announced no tour. Well, ain't nobody announced no tour, but she ain't announced like no mixtape or no, you know, what I'm saying, no material put out. When her album last came out, I think that was last year, either earlier this year or late last year. So I remember I was listening to it and it was cold. It was
Okay.
alright. You know what I'm saying? It was alright. It wasn't nothing that I played over and over again.
It
But
wasn't classic Kim material, basically.
nah, I mean, she could still rap. It was just, you know, subject matter and beat selection. You know what I'm saying? That's pretty much what it
Okay.
boiled down to. Like it'd be subject matter and beat selection. And
Yeah, the last I kind of heard from her, like, or really paid attention, was she had that reality TV show on I want to say it was VH1. I want to say, and this was just like maybe just a couple years ago. It was called Girls Vacation or Girls Cruise or something like that. And she just had like a bunch of like females on there. Like she had Chili on there, Maya, um, what is her name? B Love, B Scott Love, whatever her name is, and a few other people, and a couple of her like personal homegirls, just to kind of show like sisterhood and them being able to travel and vibe with each other and all that shit. So I watched a few episodes of it. It was all right.
that shit was too happy for you, wasn't it? Wasn't nobody throwing no drinks in their faces. Wasn't nobody trying to cut a bitch. Wasn't none of that shit happening. So
No, I mean
your
it
ass
was
lost
still
interest.
it was a little bit of drama. You know what I'm saying? It was a little bit of drama, and they was just basically on a cruise and talking and trying to get Chili to come out of her shell, and because she was giving off some deep mama vibes and shit. Like it was weird, but okay,
So all
whatever.
of the motherfuckers is in their mid 40s.
Yeah, 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 whatever.
Yeah, they somebody mama trying to fuck somebody's son. You know what I'm saying? That's what they all are. Shit.
Oh my gosh. So yeah, so that was the last I really paid attention to Kim.
Real quick though,
Um
did you see or have you heard about this Tom Cruise shit?
no.
Fan went off. Like so apparently somebody on the set, you know what I'm saying, was doing some shit they weren't supposed to be doing as far as like this COVID protocol.
On the
So
set
he
of a movie?
on set up a movie like that they was in production of, and he
Mm-hmm.
flipped the fuck out and somebody caught it on, you know what I'm saying, somebody recorded it and shit. And he was talking
Mm.
about, man, I see you do this shit again, I'll fire you, and then I'm gonna fire you, and then I'm gonna fire you. Cause I told you like all type of shit. Like he snapped on motherfuckers.
What?
Man, it's the lead story. Man, I just got a notification from NBC because that's one of the places I get my news from and shit. That they talking about it on they put an article up on it online or whatever talking about the way that he was acting was part of Hollywood's toxic atmosphere and shit. But at the
What?
same time, if he's snapping on the motherfucker for not wearing a mask or for not keeping a mask on or not wearing a mask properly, like man, you get everything you know what I'm saying, you get everything you sign up for. Like y'all grown. If a motherfucker asks you once, that's enough.
It should be. It should be, but it doesn't always work out that way.
Well.
Yeah.
Well.
Yeah. So, okay, so my next topic that I wanted to touch on today. So, I got a video somebody had sent to me, and it was of a young woman on Instagram, and she was voicing her opinion about this Tiffany Haddish hosting the Grammys.
Mm.
So, apparently, they reached out to Tiffany to host the 3-hour special, and of course, it was going to be like a telecast, so it was going to be virtually because of COVID.
Mhm.
So, but they said they weren't going to pay her, and they weren't going to cover any hair, any makeup, or any wardrobe with this. So basically, they wanted her to host this shit virtually from her home for fucking free. And you know, basically saying that, okay, this would be like maybe a good opportunity for you to like pass your resume in a roundabout way, they were saying. And it's like that shit pissed me the fuck off. Like, first of all, Tiffany is already like pretty established, in Hollywood. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
she's made a name for herself. So for you to come to her and ask this woman to basically give her time for free and host a show that's going to be aired across the world, you know what I'm saying? For free, like, who fucking does that?
Okay. So BET didn't even do that shit to um what's her name? Angela Rye or what the fuck is her name, man? Um she just hosted like the BET Awards or the Soul Train Awards, some shit like that. What the fuck is her name, man? I put her in the same category with Issa Rae, but she started off on YouTube and she got big that way.
Mm-hmm.
I can't think of her name, man, but she had hosted the show. They sent over people to do her hair. They was helping her with her costume changes, all that other type of shit. And she was at home, like she had a whole production team, and she was doing the shit at home. You know what I'm saying? But she got paid for it. For this for these motherfuckers to want somebody to, you said that this is for the what?
For the Grammys.
For the Grammys.
And yeah, and they're basically telling her that, this is going to increase your exposure. Like, she already has a name. And I
Amanda
feel like,
Seals. Amanda Seals. That's her name. Amanda Seals. She had hosted a virtual show this year for BET,
oh,
and they sent
okay.
everybody over there. But for a motherfucker to talk about, man, we gonna give you some exposure, do this shit for exposure. Who the fuck they think they talking to?
Yeah. It's like, put some respect on this woman's name. Like, this woman has been in, multiple movie roles, stand-up comedy, like TV shows, like you name it. But you're saying she needs to do some shit for free for exposure? Like, I feel like that
Man,
was
I
so
don't.
fucking demeaning.
Man, I don't drop with that shit. Like, and it kind of feels like I mean, with the way that you describing it, it feels like the it feels like repetition of demeaning activity to a black woman in Hollywood.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Mm-hmm.
this consistent notion that black women need to just take what the fuck it is that they given, because at least they getting something and shit. Like, don't nobody. I don't understand why that shit is still okay or why that shit is cool when you got people like Ava DuVernay and you got people like Sandra Rhimes that have carried studios and networks with their
Mm-hmm.
abilities. You know what I'm saying? With their talent, that they demonstrated how well and how talented um, black sisters are. So I don't understand why there's this notion that somebody like Tiffany Haddish, who's been in box, saying box office smashes and shit, and has been in pretty successful movies and has even been the lead in a movie,
Mm-hmm.
that she would need to do some shit for free for exposure. Like, who the fuck need to see her that ain't seen her yet?
Yeah. And the best that they can come back and say that, okay, we don't have any hard feelings that she turned down that opportunity. And they said, the rep said that, the situation would have no impact on any future nominations for her. So,
Why would she get nominated for a comedy album? They get Grammys for shit like that.
yeah.
Do they? Oh yeah, they get Grammys. They get Grammys and Emmys for shit like that. For their comedy
Yeah.
albums or their specials and shit. But so motherfucking what? Like, man, who the fuck cares? Like, I bet I get, you know what I'm saying, being acknowledged and getting an award and shit like that. But at the same time, like so motherfucking what? Like it'd be so much shit wrapped into Grammy Award winner or Grammy nominated or Emmy nominated or Emmy winning or Academy Award winner and all that other type of shit. And at the end of the day, it don't mean shit. If Monique can win a fucking Oscar and within 8 months be unemployable, like it don't even fucking matter like if you get that fucking award or not. Cause they could take the shit away from they could take that and everything else that come with it away from you. It's like the shit don't ever even
Absolutely.
fucking exist.
Yeah, because they're basically asking you to work for free or to do a job for free, and you're not in any way going to compensate it. And it's like you're saying exposure. Exposure to what? If I already have a name out here. Like I could see if you may be coming to somebody that, maybe trying to break into Hollywood or have their breakthrough. But even with so, you're still asking me to do a job for free. Like I
Fuck
don't
that,
give
pay
out
me.
free time. You gotta pay me, and it
Fuck
makes
that.
absolutely
Bernie said
no
that shit
sense.
best. Bernie said that shit best, man. They
Yeah.
told them the crackers the prettiest words in the English language. Fuck that. Hey me. Shit, man, get the fuck out of here. Like how the fuck
Yeah.
man, I feel it's just so disrespectful. You know what I'm saying? And having a daughter, like I know I haven't always treated women the best. I already know that. I'm not talking about that. You know what I'm saying? Just because I did some shit when I was younger and didn't understand it or whatever, don't mean that I should have to be holding to that shit 20, 30 years from now. And then plus my daughter shouldn't have to pay the price for that shit. As long as I'm not still shitting on girls and I'm still not trying to roofie them and I'm not trying to, poke holes in the rubber and shit so I can trap a bitch. I'm not doing no shit like that. I don't want my daughter to have to be succumb. I don't want my daughter to succumb to that shit. It should be opportunities for her in whatever fucking avenue it is that she want to pursue. Whenever she fucking make up her mind to do whatever the fuck it is that she want to do. The idea that
Absolutely.
somebody that somebody can establish themselves as being talented and good enough to pay to go see, and you still asking the motherfucker to do some shit for free simply because you don't want to pay for it because y'all ain't got to rent that venue. Since y'all ain't got to rent the venue, y'all don't want to pay for shit. So you just gonna have this
Hmm.
motherfucker. Y'all don't want to pay for shit but the trophies and shipping. The fuck out of here, man. I don't understand
That's
how.
straight bullshit because us as, black women, like we've always been put in this position where we never get paid as much as our male counterparts, especially our male white counterparts or just white counterparts in general. So it's like we've always been low on that
Lowest on
totem
the totem
pole.
toe. Lowest. The lowest on the totem toe. And it's
So for
fucking
them to
sickening.
come and ask this woman to basically work for free, no hair, no makeup, no wardrobe, no nothing, just set this shit up on your computer at home, look your best and do a good job.
And
Like that really
make sure you
pisses me off.
make sure you upgrade to 5G too, because we can't have this shit skipping.
Yeah, we can't have no internet issues or
God please.
interruptions. Like no, and
God
it's like,
please.
here it is like to even break into that industry, these days it takes a lot, to get Hollywood famous, to get out there and, have to start off doing these comedy shows and everything that she had to do to break into this industry. You got to work hard and you
Right.
got to work extra hard to make a name for yourself and be put in that position where they even want to ask, hey, let's ask Tiffany Haddish. But I feel like that's a kick in the fucking ass if you're asking me to do some shit for free.
Man, and as much shit as she had to do for free to get to the position where she could charge a motherfucker. Like it's like I don't know. Like just full disclosure, I don't think Tiffany Haddish is the funniest, female comic I've ever heard. I don't think that she's the
Mm-hmm.
second funniest. You know what I'm saying? If she got a special, I'll check it out. If it ain't funny within the first 5 minutes, I'll click away from that shit. Like
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying that Tiffany Haddish is my favorite, and that's what I'm championing for her. What I'm saying is that her story and the things that she went through in order to get to the point of where she was starring in movies or getting picked for things is enough to just not want to root for her failure. You know what I'm saying? Like
Mm-hmm.
I want everybody to win. You know what I'm saying? I want everybody to win. Like as long as you doing something that ain't hurting nobody, you know what I'm saying? You ain't
Mm-hmm.
fucking nobody up or no shit, man. Hey, listen, man, I want you to win. You know what I'm saying? You trying to use your talent to the best of your ability, man. I want you to win. So I'll, you know what I'm saying? I'll share your post. I'll, you know what I'm saying? Do this, that, and the third. I don't have to personally pay to go see a movie. You know what I'm saying? I don't have to uh, do any of that monetary shit. But I'm not finna put no energy out here that Tiffany don't deserve to get paid for what the fuck it is that she doing. That's bullshit.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's bullshit.
Absolutely.
Motherfucker need to pay. Shit. But it ain't like y'all ain't got it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm like, man, it ain't
Oh, they
like y'all ain't got
absolutely
it.
have it. They absolutely have it. But it's like I see she put in the interview, like one of her questions was like, I wonder how many other people did they come to before me and ask to work for free? Like, was she the first choice, the first pick? And you asked her to work for free, but how many other people did you go through before you came to me and said, will you do this for free?
She probably was the first pick. Like she had a stint this summer on the Ellen show where she was hosting, and it was really popular. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
to the people that watched Ellen, it was really popular. She had a pretty successful stint, and I think that hosting spotlight is why she got considered. So she probably was the first pick. You know what I'm saying? Like
Mm-hmm.
I would put that up there. You know what I'm saying? I would put her up there as no man. She good enough to be the first pick. You know what I'm saying? So they tried it with her first. Let me see if we
Mm-hmm.
ain't got to pay this nigga. You know what I'm saying? Let's see if this nigga do it for free. And then I still didn't. Did she tell everybody that they said that they weren't gonna do her wardrobe and none of that other shit? Because the only thing that I saw that she said was that the offer to do it was insulting.
Yeah. I mean, I'm getting my information from variety.com. So, they have some quotes in here from her. Um, and they have, a response in here that they got from the representative from the Grammys. So, I mean, she put in here, they put her accolades in here, black bar mitzvah and all this shit. She's done a lot. Like the girl
Yeah.
has a pretty impressive resume. But I'm glad that she put it out there because first of all, the Grammys ain't really for us anyways. You know what I'm saying? So just the thought of them, you asking a nigga to do some shit for free, like I can take this in so many directions right now. Really, because
It's
yeah, it's some
just
bullshit.
it's insulting, man. It's insulting. It's with every like you gonna ask a motherfucker to work for the Grammys for free, and I can't even get Martin Luther King birthday off.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta work on Martin Luther King birthday. You know what I'm saying? Lincoln, you know what I'm saying? You ain't gotta work on Lincoln Day, you know what I'm saying? But Martin Luther King birthday, you gotta take your ass to work. Like, man, you motherfuckers, god damn, man, you motherfuckers, y'all want everything, man. Shit, something for nothing.
Yeah, but we get all the Jewish holidays off. Christopher Columbus, all these bullshit holidays off.
What Jewish holiday?
What is it, Yom Kippur or some shit like that? I don't know.
Who the fuck get that off?
It's some businesses that's closed. I mean, schools is out that day. Yeah. I mean, Columbus Day, they out on that day. Yeah.
Yom Kippur? Like,
It's one of those Jewish holiday. I don't know, but they don't. You ask what's today? Oh,
what's in
it's a
that
Jewish
glass?
holiday. What? Don't make me Google this shit
Your
right
ass
now.
talking
Don't
about
do
Yom
this.
Kippur, man. That shit,
Whatever it
man.
is.
Ain't nobody got
What?
that day off of work, man. What is you
Off of
talking about?
school. No school. Like I said, there's no school on that day. There's no school on
Oh
Columbus.
my God, man. I be
I
wanting your
just
support. I be wanting you. I be wanting you to be on my side, and I be wanting to be on your side.
I
We need
just
to
showed
start.
you my holiday list from my job
Mm.
where I have MLK Day off. So that's just
Yom
now
Kippur
becoming.
wasn't on that list. I'm gonna tell you
I
that
say it
shit
for
right there.
school for
School,
the kids'
school,
school.
For school.
My
Okay.
work is different from school. I'm just now getting MLK Day off, even though I always take that day off faithfully every year, and I spend that day with my kids and my family. I'm calling. I'll schedule it off in advance. I'll do
Do
that.
y'all even talk about Martin Luther King Jr.?
Who, the kids or at work? You got to be specific.
When you take the day off and you go home and you spend it with your kids like you say you do you talk about Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. to them?
Absolutely.
Oh, okay.
Hell yeah. We talk about it. We watch movies about it. We have discussions about it. All that good shit. But yeah, I'm gonna spend the day off at home. So when y'all take y'all day off for Columbus Day and y'all spend it at home, I don't know what y'all discussing on that day, but because I
It
mean
might
that
not.
day
It
is a
might not
bunch of
even be a.
bullshit to me.
It might not even be a Columbus Day next year. I'm looking at your list. Yeah, they don't give y'all Columbus Day. Columbus Day ain't on that
Yeah,
list.
yeah, no, that's a day for the kids. So that's a day that they have off for school.
Y'all got New Year's Day, Martin Luther King Day. Like, why don't they ever put Doctor and Junior in this shit? Like,
Yeah, it just or sometimes they just put MLK Day. It's
yeah,
like,
like what the fuck is? Oh, since we talking about women and shit and how they don't give a fuck about y'all. Did you see this shit about Dr. Biden?
I did, but I didn't
Oh
read
my,
into it
yeah, I saw.
really.
I could tell by that pause. You don't know what the fuck I'm talking about.
No,
But this is
no.
what it is. So, um, the president's wife is a doctor.
Mm-hmm.
She's not a PhD. Like she's not a medical doctor, but she has a doctorate,
Mm-hmm.
and she teaches and all of this other type of shit. So they just wrote this op-ed, and I think it was either the Washington Post or the New York Times. It was one of them two. Excuse me, where they was asking for her to drop the doctor from her name when she go to the White House, so that don't nobody have to call her doctor.
Excuse me?
Yeah, this is a real thing. Like this is a real thing. It was like, no, man, you ain't you don't like this one motherfucker said that I just think that unless you have delivered a baby, you shouldn't be called a doctor. What the fuck is like? Do you know how many disciplines of medicine there are that don't involve the vagina? Like I just don't understand how you can form your mouth to tell a motherfucker, hey man, you need to drop that doctor off your. I don't give a fuck how long you went to school. I don't give a fuck how many dissertations you wrote. You need
So
to drop
just
that doctor.
disregard my whole educational
Hey man,
background
fuck all of
and
that. Fuck all
really,
of that. Fuck
that's what
all
they
that shit.
doing.
Get it,
Wow.
man. Go ahead on with that fuck shit, man. Hey, you need to drop that doctor because you ain't no medical doctor, and we not finna be calling you Dr. Biden.
Wow.
I
And
promise you.
I
I
know
promise you.
usually like in the in the White House they usually refer to women as Madam whoever, Madam Venus, Madam whoever, whatever your name is.
Madam
But
Venus. Ain't nobody finna call your ass no madam. I don't give a fuck if you go to the White House or not. You ain't gonna never be no madam.
but they refer to you as Madam or they refer to the
Ma'am,
president as Sir.
you a ma'am. You gonna
No,
be a
I'm
ma'am.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying. But it's like if I got some respect to put on my fucking name, like put some respect on my fucking name. Like
No,
don't say, okay,
them,
well, I'm not gonna call you this just because I don't want to call you this.
man, all them titles, man, like you earn all of that shit. I don't give a fuck if it was getting Ms. versus Mrs. right. I don't give a fuck if it was just that simple. Like whatever fucking title you got in front of your name, you earned it. Like this shit wouldn't even be a conversation if it was a dude. Like if it was a dude and he was calling himself a doctor and he had the credentials to prove that he was a doctor,
Mm-hmm.
motherfuckers would just be calling him doctor. It would be
It
no
wouldn't be a question about it.
right. It wouldn't. They don't give a fuck about women, boy. They don't give a fuck about y'all.
Not at
They don't
all.
give a fuck
Not
about
at
y'all.
all. So it's like, regardless of, like I said, my educational background, everything that I've worked so hard for, you're not gonna give me my props because I'm a woman and you feel like you shouldn't give me my props.
That's exactly it. Yes. That is it. Motherfuckers don't give a fuck, man.
No fucks at all. None. None.
Fresh out.
And I would feel like, but what is she saying though? Like, because I know there has to be a response. Like, what is she saying?
Oh, this soft ass political shit. Like she says something like, well, we're working for a day where our daughters will be able to get equal treatment for some shit. Like it was something
Blah
like that.
blah blah
Yeah,
blah blah.
some soft
No.
ass shit. It wasn't no. It wasn't no. I'm not dropping the motherfucking thing. It was. It wasn't that. You know what I'm saying? And it wasn't
Oh,
nothing
cause
along those
she
lines
coming in
either.
there with the wrong mentality. Like it needs to be fuck that shit. You gonna call me what I tell you to call me. You
Man,
know, that's
I just think that's fucked up. Like,
it's a respect thing, and I feel like they're losing the respect. There's no respect there when I tell you, okay, this is what I want to be called, but you just gonna say you gonna call me what you want to call me. No, nigga.
yeah, yeah, that should it be that simple. Which brings up another interesting point. So I found out that Sam, I don't know why I keep wanting to say Sam Snead. That's a rapper. Sam Smith, I think that's his name. Sam Smith, the singer,
Uh
um,
huh.
had decided that he was binary or non-binary. I don't know the term, so forgive my ignorance. But that everyone should refer to Sam as them or they when they talk to them instead of him or his. And this is the first time that I had actually heard of anything like this before. Had Are you familiar with this? Because it's not, apparently I'm late. So it's
Yeah, I mean, I do know that in the LGBT community, you have those that have a certain preference as far as their pronoun. And in my experience and me being in that circle and actually having friends as well in that circle, that you know you ask, okay? If you don't ask, they will tell you, I prefer he or she, and him or her. Like I've heard of the basic shit. Now I ain't gonna lie, I never heard of someone that wants to be referred to as them or they. Like them or they is usually referring to a group or multiple people, but you're one person. So I'm still not quite wrapping my brain around that. And maybe someone that's listening, you can comment under this and enlighten us, because I've never heard of anyone wanting to be referred to as a them or a they, and then you just get outright offended because someone called you or refer to you as he, and they're referring to you as he because that's what they see in front of them is a he. So if you're not displaying to me anything different, then that's what I'm gonna roll with. Versus if I see someone that's transgender, or someone that's it may be he or she may be physically male, but they may be dressed as female, but you see them in the female presence, so you know that you're going to refer to that person as she or her. Like, that because that's what you see in front of you. But if you're not displaying anything else in front of me, how am I supposed to know that you want to be referred to as they or them? Like, it make sense for me, because it's not making sense for me either. Like, I'm trying my best to explain, how people want to be referred to in the pronouns, but I just never heard of no shit like that before either, to be
I
quite
had neither.
honest.
I had neither. And like what you were saying was pretty applicable to the way that I was thinking as well, because those those pronouns are generally used to describe groups, and it's just kind of it's just kind of weird because when you using those words to describe a group, you're using them now to describe one person that doesn't identify with either sex. So
Mm-hmm.
it's two things that this person doesn't identify, so we have to refer to that person as them. That's that kind of. So I think of it like that, and that's just how it's kind of weird. But the thing that bothers me about it was like I read this in an article where this guy was talking about him. Well, this guy was talking about them, and instead of using them, he referred to them as he,
Mm-hmm.
and it was this big ass like uproar about it because
Blow up. Yeah.
apparently he had they had been calling themselves they or them for a good year or so, but I didn't know about it. You know what I'm saying? So the thing that bothers me is okay. So what about the blowback from that? Because just like how you said that you going off of what it is that you see, and I was also told that you just ask um, what someone prefers, and I'm cool with that. The problem is how do you identify who to ask and who not to ask?
Mm-hmm.
How do you determine if the person that you asking this question to will get offended by it? Like
Mm-hmm.
I can't say that um a girl that hoop I see what looks like a woman that plays basketball and I say, oh man, she got a jumper. And it's like, no, uh they prefer that you call them he.
Mm-hmm.
So I instantly done messed up, you know what I'm saying? To call somebody out of their name without even knowing because I'm just going off of the thing. And just because she's a woman playing basketball doesn't mean that she's gay. And it doesn't mean that she's, you know what I'm saying, transsexual or anything like that. It's not a precursor for any of those things. And I
No,
don't
it's
work in a
not.
field, and I don't work in a field that requires for me to determine what a preference is. So if I'm not one, then it's a bunch of people that's not one, and it just opens a lane for somebody to get offended. And when people get
Mm-hmm.
offended, and let's just say like it's the first time that I ask, I get it wrong, but it's the 500th time that that person has had to correct somebody,
Mm-hmm.
and then on that 500th time, they decide to snap, and that
Mm-hmm.
500th time is when they get recorded, and you have those, you have another thing where I don't know if you remember that video that was going around on Instagram of this this lady who was transsexual being called sir by a attendant at a gas station while they were arguing because she looked like a man dressed as a woman instead of a transgender person.
Mm-hmm.
So he kept saying, "It's ma'am, it's ma'am, it's ma'am," but he had this deep ass voice and shit, and it was going viral. You know what I'm saying? It was going viral. But I think that I think that nobody wants to outward. I think that most people don't want to be offensive, but
Mm-hmm.
when you start developing a culture of shaming people for getting things that they've done their whole life wrong now, you you push close a door of acceptance a little bit at a time. Like I just feel that all it takes is one time for somebody to flip because they done did some shit over and over again and they tired. For somebody to point to that as for somebody to point to that and then make it a stereotype.
Yeah, no, I get what you're saying. Like it is a fine line. And I feel that, when that person says, okay, refer to me as he or she, just take that and and just show respect. Just be respectful. And it's like, just like how most of us grew up, you just show respect to anybody, whether they're CEO or the garbage man or whoever that person is, you show respect to them, you know. And I applaud, like, anyone in this day that chooses to live out loud, because there's so many people that still, live in the closet, and they're ashamed to, be who they are, or live who they are as they feel. So I applaud anyone that's, able to do that as well. But in the same instance, it's just a level of respect. And I think that, if they say this is what it is, you roll with that. If you're not sure, just don't be offensive, don't be disrespectful, don't blow shit out of proportion. Just be respectful to people's feelings, and and that'll be that.
I
But
just
i
think
i,
what I
I
what
think
I
that when I'm sorry.
what I had decided to do was just to call people by their name. I,
That's
it,
safe.
whatever your name is, just tell me what your name is. I'll just call you by your name, because it's a whole lot easier to just say your name than to figure out if I'm getting the pronoun right or wrong. Because I'm not gonna lie, I had forgot what a pronoun was. Like, I knew what the words were. I knew all of the
Hmm.
pronouns, but I forgot what it was. Man, if you'd have asked me to define what a pronoun was, I'd have fucked that up.
Yeah.
Like, I just forgot. And I write. Like, I have a whole website and I write. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I just fucking forgot. Like, what the fuck? I had to look this shit up. I'm like, what the fuck is a pronoun? Like, people, I was seeing the shit. Like, people put the him, her, or, you know what I'm saying? Put the slashes and shit up there. And I was like, why the fuck are people doing that? And then I just happened to come around this lady named Gina Carano. Gina Carano is a fighter, or former MMA fighter. She used to fight with
Hmm.
Bellator and UFC. And
Okay.
now she's an actor. So
Hmm.
she's in The Mandalorian. This is one of my favorite shows, man. I can't wait till Friday to watch this shit. I stay up till midnight on Thursday so I can watch this shit at 12:05. I ain't bullshit. So anyway, like, so she, you know what I'm saying, she's pretty popular because, Star Wars is a really popular franchise and shit.
Right.
So people were pushing for her to say something about transgender people, like to either be
Hmm.
pro, or to say what she thinks about it, or to show support of them, or to say something about Black Lives Matter. All of these other things they were asking her to do,
Hmm.
which she abstained from. And then she fucked around. She fucked around and put beep, boop, bop in the little paragraph thing where I was saying that people slashed up them pronouns and shit. And motherfuckers went off. They was like, "Oh man, so you think you funny, bitch?" You know what I'm saying? Like, they was talking about trying to cancel her. They was, you know what I'm saying? Wanted her. They wanted Disney to fire her because, Star Wars is a Disney franchise.
Oh yeah,
That
yeah.
you can't be fucking with that Disney money, man. That's for show money. You know
No,
what I'm
you
saying?
don't want
That's
to
for
do that.
show money. That
You
Disney
don't want to
money
do
is for
that.
show money. You know what I'm saying? Shit. So they was signing petitions to get her fired and all this other type of shit. And the thing that made me want to talk about it was that she ended up saying, like, I'm not even saying anything like that. Like, I'm not doing anything offensive. I'm not doing anything to say that I either don't like these people or that I like them. But the idea that y'all can try to get me fired because
Hmm.
I'm not doing what it is that y'all think I should be doing, or I'm not saying what it is that y'all think I should be saying, is fucked up. Like, that the whole
Hmm.
cancel culture around pretty much any and everything is fucked up. But like I was saying, when it comes to this pronoun shit and people really wanting you to express what side it is that you on about things that you don't have any skin in the game, man, it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like, it's just ridiculous. And I just think that the more and more that people do that, the more and more that you get people to just dislike a whole group of people based off of the actions of a couple. That's what my whole fucking point was.
Yeah. No, I totally get what you're saying. And it's like, when things like this happen, like you have a whole uproar in the LGBT community, because,
Don't forget
they're
that
going to
plus and
stand
Q though.
strong.
Don't forget that plus and Q. Like, please don't get us canceled. We just started.
Yes, you are correct. So it's like, it is what it is, and it's like you're so right about that cancellation shit, because it don't even have to be nothing about that. Like, you can just name off a few people that's done just did some off shit and they whole shit got canceled, like Monique, like Chrisette Michelle, like her
What did
shit got
Chrisette
canceled.
Michelle do?
She sang at the
Oh,
inauguration
the
for Trump.
inauguration. Yeah. I
Yeah,
forgot about that shit. I ain't seen her motherfucking ass in a minute before then. So
yeah, but her whole shit got canceled. Canceled. Monique, she got canceled because of that shit with what was it?
everybody, like
Well, the
everybody,
shit with Lee Daniels. With Lee
everybody.
Daniels.
It was everybody. She said something stupid or something out of pocket to everybody. Like it was Lee Daniels, then it was Oprah, then it was Tyler Perry, then it was Netflix, then it was like she didn't said something that she ain't had no business saying. And it wasn't like I'm not trying to say that she need to learn her motherfucking place because I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is what Monique did was dumb. Like I don't want nobody to be put in the same group as her because that shit, all of that shit was preventable. All she had to do was just shut the fuck up and kept asking, telling motherfuckers they needed to apologize to her and all this other type of shit. Like you 60 years old, you just got put on, like you just made it big, you just won an Oscar, and you just gonna shoot yourself in the mouth. Anyway,
Let it go.
anyway, yeah, anyway.
Let it go. Let it ride.
As my man used to say, skinny way. Shit, man.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, so that's
The
that
whole
on
the
that
whole
one.
cancel culture that is what you was talking about.
Yeah. Yeah, so I mean, you have to be real careful, especially when you're in the eye of the public about what you say, what you're putting out there, because your whole shit can get shut the fuck down. Shut down, clearly.
Yep.
Um, I can't sit still today.
What's wrong with
So
you? You got it.
no, I'm cold and I don't have my blanket.
Oh, that office blanket that all black women have. You ain't got it with you.
It's in the other room. I left it.
Yeah, I turn the heat off. You know what I'm saying when I'm recording because I'm underneath the light. And this motherfucker get hot. So I still
You
have to
wouldn't
dress
be able to
accordingly.
tell with that scully you got
Like that's
on.
this what I'm saying. Like I still have to dress accordingly. But if I had the heat on too, man, I'd be in this motherfucker sweat.
So is that one of your Gap hoodies that you have on? Because I know
Uh
you
uh
know.
This this what is this? Oh, this man. You know who makes some good hood? I'm gonna tell you who makes some good hoodies, man.
Oh,
And then once they get woe in, man, they some of the softest, most comfortablest hoodies ever. Goddamn Fruit of the Loom.
really?
Man, these Fruit of the Loom, man, I'm telling you, man, it's a Fruit of the Loom, zip up the middle ass hoodie. Like the same ones we used to get laughed at for when we was in school and shit. You know, when we was little, if your hoodie had a zip on, man, you was getting laughed at. So them same man, these same zip up the middle ass hoodies. Hell yeah, man. You like $9. It'd be like nine to $12 at Walmart. Man, I done had this month. Man, please, man. There's another one of them motherfuckers. I got a million of these motherfuckers.
Oh my God.
Hell, you miss all of this fun shit, man, in that good weather of yours, man.
Yeah, I don't wear hoodies. Like we discussed coats last week. I don't have to wear a coat. Like ever so often I may need to wear a sweater or a lightweight
Like now,
jacket, but that's about it.
yeah, like now, like I see if you had hoodies, you know what I'm saying, you just have a hoodie on and you'd be decent. You wouldn't need that office blanket. What is
Yeah.
that? A stadium throw? Is that what that is? You got one of those stadium throws?
No, I have like a little blanket that I got from Victoria's Secrets that I use.
That shit ain't warm.
Well, it's warm for what I needed to do. It's like a little fleece blanket or whatever.
Yeah,
It's warm for what I needed to do here,
yeah,
which is sitting under the air conditioning in 80-degree weather.
that shit warm. That shit room temperature warm. That's it.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, no, it's good. But yeah, I just figured I was on the lookout for the Gap hoodies. Yeah.
Did you get some?
Know where I'm gonna wear it to.
Man,
I
you
was
should
on
have
the
just.
lookout for you to wear it, not for
Oh,
me.
oh man, I definitely tell you when I get them. That ain't no problem. But I mean, when I start putting them on, but man, you still should have got some, man. You never know when you need a hoodie, man. Like you never know when you need a hoodie.
For these 2 little weeks of winter that we have in Florida.
Yep,
I'm going from the garage to the car.
that's far enough. That's far enough. Like even like what if it rain? You don't want to carry your umbrella or the hoodie on
Wear a jacket, sweater,
with.
umbrella.
Why would you? But the hoodie is 3 in 1.
Mm.
The fact that you don't get this and you grew up in Chicago is ridiculous. Like I don't
Because
care
I
how
don't
long.
need it here. I don't need it in the environment that I am now. Like I have like jackets with hoods on them or whatever, but for me to wear like a thick ass hoodie, like I don't need nothing like that here. We have 2 weeks of winter and it's like the coldest it may get is maybe down in the 40s at night, and in the
They got
daytime it may be in the 50s.
it's different degrees of hoodies now, man. You got to look into this shit, man. They got all kind of hoodies
You
now.
gonna buy me a hoodie, Sin?
Oh, hey, 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 oh, oh,
Since I need one so badly, this is something that I didn't know I needed.
oh, man, oh man. Hey, I'll see what I can do, man. I'll text you your sizes. I'm pretty sure you don't want to put that out there. So yeah, text me your size and I'll see what I can find. Cause I think the Gap still got a sale going on. You ain't gonna get that motherfucker till mid next year. I mean
Really?
next month. I meant to say mid next
I'm
month.
about to say
But
next
you know
year.
next month is next year, so it kind of it's not.
Technically, yes,
That's
technically.
that shit didn't go together. But yeah, text me your size and I'll see I'll see what it is that I can find. But I'm pretty sure that
Got
they
you.
still got that sale on because I be getting coupons from them and emails every damn day.
Yeah, my daughter said that she wanted to get matching onesies to wear for Christmas Eve.
I don't know what is it
So
with you women and these onesies and wanting to
look,
match all the fucking
it was
time.
her idea. It was her idea. And like we have our little thing that we do on Christmas Eve or whatever. We usually just make cookies and shit, and we watch movies, and she begged me to open presents and shit like that. But other than that, like she just want to do it in matching onesies. So I said I would take a trip over to Old Navy and see if I can get some matching onesies. So there it is. So I'll have more than one at that point. So yeah.
That's what's up, man. Shit, because I think the motherfucker's trying to talk me into wearing a onesie. I don't know, champ.
Who and why?
I don't know. The same reasons that you got, you know what I'm saying? But I don't know, champ.
Y'all taking family pictures in onesies or some shit?
Nah, fam. I'm
I'm
on
about to
camera.
say, make sure I get that postcard.
On camera.
I want it.
Child, child, please. I do a lot of things. I do a lot of things.
Except that, huh?
No can do.
Because I would never let you live that down. Never, ever, ever, ever.
Nobody would. Like nobody would. Like it ain't even like I got this reputation as being super cool or just ultra magnetic motherfucker. Like I'm not that dude. But at the same time, you see that shit, you like, bruh. Like man, I already man, them jokes ain't gonna stop. I already know it. I already know it. What I'm doing though. I'm gonna wait for my nephew. I'm gonna wait for my nephew
Mm-hmm.
because he'll do some cornball shit. So I want him to do the cornball shit first. If he do it first, then I'll do it. I'll jump out there.
Okay, so it
Out the
takes
window.
your nephew to take family photos under the Christmas tree and matching fucking onesies for you to do it.
Yeah, that's just
So
gonna
if
be it.
he does it, it's cool.
Yeah, yeah.
But you're not gonna be the first one to do it.
Nah. You gotta send somebody over the hill. Like, man, there's a lot of them over there. You gotta send somebody over there. He might as well be the first one. He can
Oh
jump
my
out there.
gosh. Oh
He
my
can jump.
gosh.
What? What's wrong? What's wrong with that?
I mean, if you don't think it's cool, then just don't do it at all. But don't wait for him to do it, and then okay, if you do it first, then I'll do it. Like, nah. Either
Nah,
you're gonna do it or you ain't.
nope. I'm gonna use him. I'm gonna use him as an excuse until I can't use him as an excuse no more. Shit. Fuck all that, man. Nah, man. You do it first. You do it, I'll do it. That's lame. Okay, just do it first and I'll do it. I promise you, I'll be right there with you.
Okay, well, it really just at this point is whose girl, whose wife, who's whoever can do the most convincing. Yeah, because I've seen some supposedly real niggas doing some shit in some onesies and rained off costumes,
Rained
reindeer
on.
costumes. I'm sorry,
You just,
reindeer,
oh my God,
reindeer.
did you just blend Rudolph and reindeer in the same
Yeah, I
word?
did.
Oh
Yeah,
my
because
God.
I was getting a visual in my mind while I was saying the shit. I'm like,
Oh, I knew you was gonna give me one. I knew you was gonna give me one.
and I think I sent you a picture of that shit.
Oh
You
my
supposed to be
God.
a real nigga, my nigga.
Oh
What
my God.
happened? You up
She
in here with
said
the
rained
with the
off.
with the red nose and everything? Like, wow,
Oh
that
wow.
that's
I
some.
did see a girl. I saw a big booty girl with a onesie on that had the snaps in the back. And of course she posed with,
To
you know what I'm saying,
snap down.
but I don't know why, but y'all can't take a picture without showing y'all ass. Like that side profile, y'all got to take that picture. I don't know why. Even if if y'all gotta put y'all hands underneath y'all titty line or whatever to cover y'all belly and shit, or put your arm down there, or hold a purse or some shit. Y'all to turn around and y'all to take that side profile or whatever, so a motherfucker can see y'all got a booty and shit, even when you don't have a booty. So of course she turned to the side and she had
Uh,
like one of the you could just see the outline of the snaps. Because I just was talking shit. I was like, man, you got the ones with the snap on the back, because I remember them from the cartoons and shit. I really didn't think that they made onesies with the snaps in the back. I really
yes,
didn't know
they
that.
do.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Yes, they do.
That's
Yeah,
crazy.
no, the my one little onesie that I do have, it doesn't have any snaps in the back. Yeah, because that's not some shit that I'm sleeping in or utilizing on a regular basis anyway. So it's like I wore it that one night. It got down to 40 something degrees. I stayed warm and cozy in my bed all night.
You are sick, man. It was 47 degrees and you had to put on thermal underwear.
Damn Skippy. Yep, it was cold.
Child play. Let's get
Hmm.
into this ninth law so we can wrap up.
Yes.
We get into the wrap
Okay.
up before we just be on here.
Yeah, cause you know how you do. You be talking a lot of shit.
Hold on.
I
Nah,
said what I said. I said what I said.
you
Yeah,
not
I
you
said what I said.
first of all, I'm the one that's talking shit, but you the one that wants somebody to be in a onesie. Like you
I
done brought
didn't.
up the onesie. You just said rained off. You the one that had that whole episode we had to cut off because you couldn't get past pussy hole. You you
You
the
know my triggers though. I put that on you. You know my triggers. You do. Don't act like you don't. Don't act like you don't know what this
whatever.
is
Yeah,
saying.
but I just be talking shit. I just be talking shit. I guess. I guess. I guess.
Don't act like you don't know what this is.
Oh my god, so
Moving
long.
right along.
Oh my
So yeah, you gonna work on that. So law number
god.
9 is win through your actions, never through arguments. You want to go on and read that paragraph, bruh?
Oh yeah, it don't look like you gonna make it. All right, so judgment. Any momentary triumph you think you have gained through argument is really a Pyrrhic victory. The resentment and ill will you stir up is stronger and lasts longer than any momentary change of opinion. It is much more powerful to get others to agree with you through your actions without saying a word. Demonstrate. Do not explicate.
That part. So when you read that, to me, the first thing that comes to mind is that saying that says, I can show you better than I can tell you.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. That's exactly what
I
that
can
is.
show you better than I can tell you. And like I get this one because it's like I've always been the type of person, I go a long motherfucking way to prove a point. I'm not gonna sit here and argue with you. I'm not gonna make a PowerPoint presentation. I'm not doing none of that shit. But let me show you what this here is about so you can get a better understanding. So I'm with this shit 100 motherfucking percent, 1,000%.
The,
We does this.
aside from your petty side of the
and
reason
that's
is
okay.
small word. I think people really um I think this is missed by a lot of people because they have these sayings about it. So I'll show you better than
Mm-hmm.
I can tell you. Um, do as I don't follow me, follow my moves. Um, things like that, and they never really understand what this means.
Mm-hmm.
What you basically should be doing in order to attain the power that you're trying to generate or that you're trying to wield is to be to be about more than you speak on. So to not talk about it, to just be about it.
Be about it.
This is where that law comes from. This is where that law takes place and why it's so vital because all of the time that you waste explaining and telling people what it is that you do, you get them an
Mm-hmm.
opportunity to fuck it up, to throw a monkey in your wrench. You telling somebody what it is that you're gonna do, or you telling them how it is that you're gonna do it. They could do it before you and still all of the shine. They can, if they know how you're gonna do it, they can maneuver themselves to be in a position to fuck you up from doing it. So,
Mm-hmm.
but if you just do what it is that you came to do, if you just perform the task, you just keep your mind focused on what it is that you're here to accomplish. You could talk about what you did afterwards.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You could talk about what
Yeah.
you did. You know what I'm saying? It's always better to talk about what you did than what it is that you're doing.
Yeah. And I think it's always been better to just show and prove anyways.
Yes, ma'am.
Because I've
Show and
I've
prove.
always been the first to say that a motherfucker will tell you anything they want to tell you. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers say anything all the time. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, can you prove this shit? Can you
Right.
really do this shit? Do you have anything to back up any of this shit that you're saying?
Right.
Because at the end of the day, words don't mean shit. That's just
At
talk.
all. At
Talk
all.
is motherfucking cheap. Talk is real cheap. You know what I'm saying? So you can tell me that you're the best at something all you want, but until you can prove to me that you're the best, then I'm not gonna believe it. Show and prove. Actions speak louder than words any day. And
Any
my
day.
mom instilled that into me as, a young kid. Actions speak louder than words. Never go off of what someone tells you. Go about what they show you. Go on what they show you.
And some
And that's going to be your best bet every time. It'll never lead you wrong.
who was that famous black woman that said when somebody shows you who they are, believe them.
The first time.
Believe them the first time. You know what I'm saying? Believe. I think that was Maya Angelou.
Yeah, it was. It
Man,
was.
it's what it is that I think people get so caught up in what it is that they think they're doing or what it is that they think they're saying. They're not really they're not really conscious of what it is that their actions are showing, or that
Mm-hmm.
they're not conscious of what it is that they're actually putting out there. Because instead of moving with a certain purpose or moving to accomplish what it is that they're doing, they're busy trying to tell you what it is that they're going to be doing or how it is that they'll be going about doing something, or telling you after it's too late to give an update on what it is that they're doing,
Yeah.
that they missed the fucking point of what it is that they was doing, and they missed the mark on what it is that they're trying to achieve. It's one of the it seems so simple, but it's a hard thing to master, to just keep your mouth shut and just go to work. To
Mm-hmm.
not to not err, to just all to just err on the side of caution versus on the side
Mm-hmm.
of being prolific, because nobody likes prolific people. People that just always got something to say about something, or always got to tell you what they're doing next, or even the motherfucker that posts more than twice a day. Like, that shit irks people. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh man, like you you get pissed off with motherfuckers. Like, I mean, we know people like this that
Mm-hmm.
they'll post so much throughout the day, and then if their posts don't even match what it is that they talk about every day, because they so busy talking about what it is that they doing, that they forget what the fuck it is that they doing. They forget what that
Yeah.
they just told us they was doing something else. They just told us that
Yeah.
they was doing it a certain way, and now they're doing it a different way. But they
Yeah.
telling
And
you
I
like
don't
this is the
know
way to do it.
if it's just me, but I've never trusted people that run their mouth too motherfucking much.
Oh
If
man,
you do too much fucking talking, like I'm lost. Like I'm not with that shit. I guess that's a reason for me as well. Like I've never vibed really well with salespeople, because in the industry that I work in the mortgage industry. So I come across a lot of, salespeople, meaning a lot of real estate agents, a lot of loan officers. And, coming from a sales point of view, they need to bump their gums a lot, because they live on commission based income. So you gotta sell me on this. Like, to be a good salesperson, you have to be able to sell a person back their dirty draws. That's what I say. But I just don't fuck with
wow.
salespeople because they talk too motherfucking much. Like, shut the fuck up.
And
Like,
the funny thing is that you say salespeople talk a lot, and they tell you the first thing that you learn that you should learn in negotiating is when to shut the fuck up. So when somebody is talking, you just be quiet, and they will talk themselves into lesser shit because they don't know what it is that you think. They don't know what it is, how it is that you feeling about something. So they're gonna keep talking until they eventually get to what it is that you're gonna agree to.
right,
Cause
right.
I done did that shit buying cars and shit where motherfuckers just start talking and I'll just be quiet, like I'm thinking about it. And I'm not thinking about it. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm just quiet. You know what I'm saying? And eventually they be like, okay, well, you twisted my arm. Like, I ain't said shit. Like, I mean, but you so busy talking, you know what I'm saying? That
Yeah, I'm not with all that. Like, even when I go to buy a vehicle, it's like, okay, great. You can show me what this motherfucker does, but let me see the paperwork. Let me see the shit on paper, because that's what makes sense to me. Like, what's on black and white, not you bumping your gums at me because I get lost. I got ADD. Ooh, it's a butterfly. Like, I ain't got time for that shit. Like, show the shit on motherfucking black and white,
don't
please.
don't talk about people with ADD like that by comparing them to you. Cause you just said that you get distracted by butterflies. Look, I need.
Don't start this shit with me today. Please do not start this shit with me. We've been doing good this whole motherfucking show.
I ain't
Don't.
starting. I ain't gonna start shit. All I'm saying is, please just don't get a don't get us fired for some shit we ain't getting paid for. Like your motherfucking ass up about I got ADD. I be chasing butterfly. What the fuck is wrong with you? Like, you talking too much. I get lost, man. It was butterfly over here. What? Like,
I get distracted very easily, and I'll just drift off into somewhere else. Like seriously, like I've actually come across like salespeople like that, and it's just talking, talking, talking. You will talk yourself out of a fucking sale, like seriously. So
they
I've
also
come
talk
across.
themselves into. They also talk themselves into a lot of them too. I mean, it's effective, but to the right people it's effective, and to the wrong people it's a defect. But
Yeah, yeah. I remember like one day I was going car shopping with somebody I was in a relationship and we was at the Lexus dealership. Good sales guy. Like he, talked a good game and everything. And we went out for the test drive. And when we came back to the office, he parked the car in this one particular spot and it wasn't next to any other vehicles. And I noticed that when we parked the car, he made sure, here, park right here. So we went and walked into the office, and when we walked in, he took his blazer off, put it on the back of his chair, opened the blinds, and what do we see? The same motherfucking car that we took out on a test drive. So it's like you want us to sit here in this office and sit and look at this motherfucker and lust at this motherfucker because you think that the longer that we sit and look at it, that's gonna make us want to get it. So I peep what you doing, bruh, but nah, that ain't working. Cause I have to see black and white. You could talk that shit to homie over there, but let me see these numbers and let me run these numbers. Nah, bro, this shit ain't adding up. Let's go. I'm not that person.
wow. So what you got planned for this weekend?
Nothing much. Like I said, I'm doing the housewarming party on Saturday, and I actually have one of my really, really good friends that's moving to Texas, and I'm really sad about that because Texas is just taking away every fucking body. Everybody moving there. So that's like the new hot spot. Atlanta
Yeah.
was the hot spot for a while, but now Texas is the new hot spot. So I have a friend that's moving. So he's having a going away house cooling party. I didn't know. I think he just made that up because I asked him, I said, I never heard of a house cooling. He said it's the opposite of a house warming party. So instead of people coming to give you gifts, you give them the shit in your house away that you don't want anymore. So like if it's a chair or a mirror or whatever that you don't want, you give
Oh,
that to them to walk away
what?
with. I'm
You and
like,
your bougie ass
oh.
friends? Like, did this nigga really just have a party so that he didn't have to pack? What? What? Man, I just want to make sure I heard that right, man. He just
You
said,
heard it. You heard it right. You heard it right. I had to ask
"Ah,
because I never heard. I think he just made it up though because I never heard of a house cooling party. So
If anybody know about it, it's gonna be my sister. I'm gonna ask her about it because I ain't never heard about it either."
I didn't know that was a thing. So like I said, I think he just made it up. But I'm gonna go and see what it's about, and I'll let you know what I come back home with.
All right, man. That's cool. That's cool. Wrap it up for this week, man. Really want to thank y'all for joining us on this episode. But in the comments, man, please help us understand some of the things that we discussed today a little bit better. Join the conversation. Um, we look forward to some of y'all feedback. Venus, before she decides to leave, will post up the things for the giveaways for this month. So be on the lookout for those. And again, we really do appreciate y'all sticking with us. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad, but it's always us. So um, with that being said, Venus, you got something else for them?
No, that's all I have. Thank you guys for tuning in. We hope that everyone has a happy holiday, and we take this time and spend it with our families and being safe and being healthy and all that good stuff. But please continue to tune in. Thank you guys so much. Like you said, we appreciate all the rates and the likes and the subscribing. So please continue and stay tuned for these giveaways. These giveaways is hot. I want some of this shit. Like I need some body butter and shit. Yes. Don't do that. Don't do that.
My God. All right, so thank. All right, so this been a low end theories, man. Y'all be peace, man.
All right.